Hello everyone, this is MBBS Gallery and today our important topic is submandibular ganglion, which is also known as Langley's ganglion. So this submandibular ganglion is actually a parasympathetic ganglion which serves a relay station for secretomotor fibers supplying the submandibular and sublingual glands, salivary glands. So these both glands are get supplied by a secretomotor fibers called a parasympathetic ganglion, which is a submandibular ganglion, also known as Langley's ganglion. So actually, the topographically it is connected to the trigeminal nerve, but functionally it is related to facial nerve, and it is located in the outer surface of the hyoglossus muscles, and is about a size of a pinhead and is suspended from the lingual nerve by two twigs. And then its proximal twig is afferent to the ganglion and the distal root is afferent to the ganglion. And it has three roots: parasympathetic root, sympathetic root and sensory root. Let us see it in more clear. So actually the roots are gets elaborated. Let us draw a simple picture so that we can able to understand it a little more clearly. So the parasympathetic, the submandibular ganglion. So let us have a look on the diagram. This is submandibular ganglion. Okay, fine. So the submandibular ganglion, which is actually we know that is suspended from the lingual nerve. Let us have a diagram first. There is a center in superior solitary nucleus. That center actually, this is actually pons, and the center, this alveolar part, it is superior salivatory nucleus. Superior salivatory nucleus, which is present here, and that there arises a facial nerve from this regions. Facial nerve gets enter, and that leads to chorda tympani nerve, and from that a lingual nerve arises. So forms a ganglion with the two twigs, gives rise to this is actually the submandibular ganglion. The lingual nerve, which also supplies the tongue structure. This is tongue, this is our tongue. So here we have a submandibular ganglion, and here we have a sublingual gland and submandibular gland. Then this is sublingual gland. This is submandibular gland, and this is submandibular ganglion, and this is lingual nerve, and here is the facial nerve, and here we have chorda tympani nerve. So this is the chorda tympani nerve, and here is a structure called facial artery, which is, and it's a facial artery, and here is another ganglion, and here is another center. So let us see it more clearly. So from this region, from the superior salivatory nucleus, the parasympathetic fibers arises, and then in enters into this is aberrant fibers actually the parasympathetic fibers gets and the post ganglionic fibers arises from the ganglion itself and enters supplies the gland, submandibular gland, and the sublingual gland gets supplied by nerve fibers which enters and supplies the sublingual gland. This is the parasympathetic route, and we have another route called sympathetic route. The sympathetic routes gets arises from the T1 segment of the thoracic spinal segment, T1 thoracic spinal segment. Here it arises and enters this is cervical sympathetic chain, superior cervical sympathetic chain. This is sympathetic route and relays the superior cervical sympathetic chains, and the postganglionic fibers arises from the superior cervical sympathetic chains. Postganglionic fibers arise from the superior cervical sympathetic chains and gets wind around the facial artery and supplies the submandibular gland. So again sympathetic fibers also supplies the sublingual gland. This is a sympathetic route, and there is another route called sensory route which is supplied by lingual nerve. Sensory route is supplied by lingual nerve. Okay, these are all the structures fully constitute the sympathetic path, and this constitute the parasympathetic path. So this is the ganglion. So let us see more clearly in our notes. So first, the submandibular ganglions. So the submandibular ganglion, it is a parasympathetic ganglion which serves as a relay station for secretomotor fibers supplying the submandibular and sublingual salivary glands. And topographically, it is connected to the trigeminal nerve, that is lingual nerve, and functionally it is related to facial nerve, caudate tympani branch locations. So this ganglion is of the size of pinhead and situated on the outer surface of the hyoglossus muscles. It is suspended from the lingual nerve by two twigs. The proximal twig is afferent to the ganglion and the distal root is efferent to the ganglions. So relations, what are all the relations that is present? So above by the lingual nerve, and below the deep part of the submandibular gland, and medial hyoglossus muscles, and lateral submandibular gland. So these are all the structures which related to the submandibular ganglions. So root. As we already know that there are three routes: parasympathetic, sympathetic and sensory route. So parasympathetic route, we know that it is derived from lingual nerves. The preganglionic fibers arises from the superior salivatory nucleus situated in the pons. The postganglionic fibers arises from the ganglion and directly supplies the gland. The sympathetic route. Sympathetic route, it is derived from sympathetic fluxes around the facial arteries. The preganglionic fibers arises from the first thoracic spinal segment T1 and enters the cervical sympathetic chain to relay in superior ganglions. So the postganglion fibers arises from the superior cervical sympathetic ganglions. Sensory route, it is derived from the lingual nerve and branches. 5 to 6 branches which supply the submandibular gland. Other fibers join the lingual nerve to supply the sublingual and anterior lingual glands. Clinical significance. The submandibular ganglion is a parasympathetic ganglion which receives input from the preganglionic cholinergic neurons and innervates the submandibular salivary gland to control saliva secretions. This is all about submandibular ganglions. Thank you.